Alright, up for auction we have our all original 1990 Ford F-150. It's a XLT regular cab long bed, so it's got the 8-foot bed, 4-wheel drive. It's got the manual hubs, manual shift transfer case, 5.0 302 V8, automatic overdrive transmission. It's the Wimbledon white. It's a really beautiful white that they used pretty much from the 60s on. It's all original paint. Never been an accident, no paint work, always been in the Northwest, so it's 100% rust free, super clean underside. So we'll go ahead and get into it. It is 28 years old. It's an old lacquer paint job. It's not a base coat clear coat. It does have some of the flaking. None of these, we've gone over this thing, none of it have any sharp edges. It's not gonna be pulling up anymore, but if you ever pressure washed it, you'd want to be careful on the hood and the roof, right in the middle. But it's really typical this era of truck. The headlights are still nice and clear with no condensation, but they do have some fading. All the corner lights are in really nice condition. The black cove cutout is a little faded, but all the chrome still has a nice deep mirror-like reflection. The lower valance is in nice shape. It hasn't been curbed. All the rubbers are still nice and black. You really could tell this truck's been well cared for in garage. The front windshield's been replaced at some point, but no cracks or chips. You can see where the center there, where it's had some paint lifting issues. You know, you will have some random chips here and there. But overall, I mean, it's all original except for it's got an aftermarket CD player. Excellent maintenance. A lot of parts that have been replaced on it throughout the last 2 years that we'll talk about in the ad and in the driving video. But still got the original silver spoke wheels with the beauty rings. As you go around this, you know, you do expect your typical 28 years. You know, it's a far less than expected, but you do have some door edge chips. It has these protectors, but around the body you will find a couple of chips. The underside of the body and some wear here. But I mean, hopefully you can look at the trim is pulled away just a little bit from here, but it's not loose or anything. Both sides looks like they ran a screw into it. A couple chips on the front of the bed. I had a canopy on its mostest life, so the inside of the bed is in phenomenal condition. This is a common area because they had the canopy style that went around the seal. It wore some of the paint away that chipped, but it's just a little surface rust. It's nice and solid. Both sides, for some reason, there's no water condensation coming in, but there's a little bit of silicone. I would just go ahead and take that off. I think it had something to do with the canopy. But you know, canopy does put a little bit of wear on the top of the bed rails. You know, you will find some chips as we go around here real slowly. Original 4x4 decals. You can see inside the never been painted. You know, if it's ever been painted, you'd have tape marks or paint blown in here. Same within the door jambs. You know, the bed sides, you will get some little chips like that. Little touched up area again, no paint work. But inside the door jambs, if it's ever been painted, you'd feel a sharp line right here where you'd see some fading in. There's a very slight, you can see no paint damage, so you might be able to get like a paintless dent guy. Looks like they slightly might have rubbed up against something and put a little kink here. It's really hard to see, but at the right angle you'll catch it. But again, canopy, we kind of put some corner wear. You have some typical wear on the top of the tailgate. A little ding here that could just be pounded out. A little wear here. Rear panel's really nice. The red is in excellent condition. It's not faded. The aluminum still has that bright look. It's got a little ding there. Both taillights got nice color to them, but they are starting to fade a little bit. You got a little chipping down here. Obviously seen light use. Doesn't have a trailer package. Chrome on the rear bumper's in really nice shape. You know, it's always been registered and driven. Little chip here. Again, you got a little wear from something on the bed there. Inside the bed is a super clean. I mean, you can see the kind of how preserved these anodized body bolts are along the tailgate. The tailgate's nice and straight, no issues closing. Got a little chipping around here. Again, you'll have some spots on the bed. We'll touch up a little wear there. Paint's worn a little bit thin right here from years of waxings and buffs. Sun's starting to set here a little bit. You can see it's a little yellowish, but you know, the truck is bright white like that. It's not this creamish color that the sun's kind of making it look. A little bit of chipping there. You can see kind of some little scratches and chips there. Maybe something was resting on the hood. But overall, this truck is, you don't see this era of the truck, the 87 to 91s in this kind of condition. It's an XLT with the dark slate gray interior. No cracks in the dash, just a little bit of fading right here. I mean, all of the temperature selectors are got nice color to them. It's a non-smoker. Really nice carpet with just maybe a little bit of sun fading right here, but it's still nice and dark gray. It's got the gray bench seat with the armrest. Headliner doesn't have any sag. It's a non-smoker, no pet smells, but you can see there's no hinge issues. If there's a hinge issues, it just tears up this nylon bushing. No cracks. Again, there's that silicone I was talking about. Hinges are in nice condition. See the door panel's nice and tight to the body. Just, I mean, the interior is just in phenomenal condition for being almost 30 years old. So it's an XLT with manual roll-up windows. And it's got AC, tilt, power steering, you know, all that stuff. The AC does need to be charged up though. I'll take you to the driver's side. Door panel's in nice condition. It is pulled away here a little bit. It looks like somebody might have tried to use an adhesive silicone. So I would just get a new plastic tab and it'll pop right into place. But you can see really nice, just dry, clean condition. Again, no door hinge issues. Original decal with VIN, no cracks. There's some wear on the driver's side of the seat. A little bit, you know, like you see the material's just worn down a little bit, and there's a little bit of pulling of the material there. Steering wheel is in nice shape. Steering column is in good shape with no bushing issues. The odometer's rolled over once, so it's just under 138,000 original miles. It's a 5-digit odometer, so they don't go for 1,000,000 miles. Just really clean under here. You can see how, you know, no mud's ever been sprayed up there. It's never overheated and sprayed, you know, antifreeze all over the place. You can see none of the bolts have never been messed with. No paint lines. Original jack still in place. You know, we like to keep our trucks in kind of like the honest condition we talk about. You know, with not armor all sprayed all over the place. But so in the last 2 years, it's had, you know, it's had the shocks done, the tires done, the exhaust replaced. It's had a new battery, full tune-up. The alternator was replaced not too long ago. The original owner replaced the distributor in the last 2 years. Did just kind of your normal, you know, if you're familiar with these Fords, kind of preventive maintenance. Did the IAC, throttle position sensor, that kind of stuff that kind of tends to go bad on these things has already been done. Radiator was replaced a few years back. But it's just really clean condition. So all right, this is our really clean 90, all original Ford F-150 4x4. So hopefully you guys can stick around for the driving video and check out all the photos of the underside, and there'll be 150 photos listed. Thank you.